Good morning, students. Hope you all are enjoying e-learning initiative of Cambridge International School this year. Before begin with the new topic, let's recapitulate what we had done yesterday and day before yesterday. Yesterday, we had started chapter number 3, which is public, private, and multinational companies. In yesterday's class, there was an overview of the chapter about the public sector, private sector, and the multinational companies. Today, we are adding on to the overview of few more companies, like there would be a public company or public sector undertaking, private sector, joint venture, multinational companies, and public-private partnership. So first we are going to take an overview of these five types of companies. Then we will cover public sector undertakings in detail. This is today we are going to do. In this chapter, we will learn about the following. Number one, public sector undertaking or public sector enterprises. Some of the business undertaking or enterprises are owned and managed by the government, which is called PSUs, that is public sector undertakings, or PSEs, which is known as public sector enterprises. Example: railways, Reserve Bank of India, Post and Telegraph Department, Indian Airlines. These are the few examples of public sector undertaking. Public sector undertakings are owned and managed by the government sector. Next is private sector. It is consists of business owned by individuals or a group of individuals. Examples: Reliance Industries, Tata Iron and Steel Company, which is also called TISCO. In private sector, management lies with the individual or a group of individual who controls the affairs of the company. This is called private sector undertakings. Third is multinational corporation. There are businesses which operate in more than one country, known as global enterprises or multinational corporations, MNCs. Example: Coca-Cola, Pepsi, LG, etc. Multinational companies basically having their head office in one country and operating their business in more than one countries. All the countries' offices reports to the head office. Let's take an example: Coca-Cola. Coca-Cola's head office in US and its branches are all over the world. They're operating the business almost all the countries on the globe. Every country having their office reports to the head office, which is in US. In this way, they operate their business in the entire world. So multinational companies mean they are having businesses in more than one country. That company or that corporation is known as multinational corporation. Fourth one is joint venture. Joint venture is the pooling of resources and expertise by two or more businesses to achieve a particular goal, like business expansion or development of new product. For example, Maruti Suzuki India Limited is a joint venture of Indian company Maruti and Japanese company Suzuki. Both the companies come together and make a joint venture and form Maruti Suzuki Company, which are producing cars in the market. In venture companies, two or more companies come together and pool their resources and expertise to form a new venture or a new product for the market. And the fifth one is public-private partnership. This concept is very new in our country, India. Earlier, public-private partnership was not in existence in our country. Now, what is public-private partnership means? An enterprise in which a project or services is financed and operated through a partnership of government and private enterprises. Now, in public-private partnership, there is a project or services which is financed and operate through the partnership of government and the private enterprises. Earlier, it was not happening in our country, but now the government and the private companies are coming together and form a new type of partnership which is called public-private partnership. Here, public companies are also doing investment, private companies are also doing investment, public companies taking return from the investment, and private company are also getting return on the investment. This way, a public-private partnership firm or a company works. Today, out of the above five enterprises, we are going to do public sector enterprises. Meaning of PSUs and PSEs. The public sector enterprises are various organizations owned and managed by the government. It means the organizations which are managed and owned by the government, these are known as public sector undertakings. These organizations may either be partly or wholly owned by the central government or the state government. Now, PSUs are either partly, it means some of the part of the organization is controlled, or entire, wholly mean entire part of the organization is owned by the central government or by the state government. We all know that India is is a country where it's a federal structure where central government and state governments are working simultaneously. So any organization which is controlled or owned by the uh, central government or by the state government, that is known as public sector undertaking. They may be a part of the ministry or come into existence by special act of the parliament. Now, PSUs are the part of the ministry. For example, railway railway is working under the railway ministry. Defense is working under defense ministry. So these type of organizations or undertakings which are directly under the control of ministries, these are known as public sector undertaking. Or some of the industries which are made by passing a special act of the parliament, that is also known as public sector undertakings. The government, through these enterprises, participate in economic activities of the country. When the government forms PSUs, they are taking part in the development of the country. They are taking part in the economic activities of the country, and they are gradually uh, increasing the GDP of the country and contributing in nation development and in the GDP of the country. There are a few features of the public sector undertaking. These are as follows. Number one, the government has a major role to play in the formation of public sector enterprises. As we all know that government managed and owned the public sector undertakings, But the government act through its people, its offices, employees, and they take decision on behalf of the government. For this purpose, public enterprises were formed by the government to participate in economic activities of the country. It means that these organizations or these undertakings are formed by the government through its people. Through its people mean these are the members elected by the people of the country. They take decision in the government offices. The government employees are working in public sector undertakings. The employees who all are working in the public sector undertakings, they are government employees. Government is taking decision, and or the management of these organizations are taking decision on behalf of the government. In this way, the government is forming public sector enterprises and taking part in the economic activity of the country and contributing in the GDP of the country. Next feature is public sector enterprises contribute to the economic development of the country. Public sector enterprises are expected to contribute to the economic development of the country in today's liberalized competitive world. Economic development activities are undertaken by the public sector. The market is very much open for every type of businesses. In this liberalized market, the government sector is expected to contribute for the economic development of the country. Next feature is public sector enterprises are owned by the public and are accountable to the public through the parliament. Now, we all know that public sector enterprises are formed by the government, and the people elected by the public is sitting in the parliament, and they are accountable to the public through their act in the parliament. They have to show their accounts what they have done in a one financial year in the public sector. Now, public sector, they are characterized by public ownership. Public funds are being used for its activities and public accountabilities are there. So, through budgets, they show to the public where they have used the public fund and how much fund they have earned from the public sector enterprises. There are a number of agencies working uh, on behalf of the government to look after the public sector enterprises, to audit the accounts of the public sector enterprises. For example, the CAG, Comptroller and Auditor General of India, is looking into the accounts of the public sector undertakings through which they are accountable, that the government is accountable to the public, where the funds are used, where the tax monies are used, how much how much the earning of the public sector enterprises are, etc. Next is a public enterprise may take any particular form of organization depending upon the nature of its operations and the relationship with the government. Now, these are the following forms of public sector undertakings, like departmental undertaking, statutory corporation, government companies. Now, which type of public sector undertaking we are going to form depends upon the nature of the organization, depends upon the size of the organization, and depends upon the relationship with the government. So, These three are the different types or different forms of government undertakings, like departmental undertaking, statutory corporations, government companies. In the coming lessons, we are going to study departmental undertakings, statutory corporation, and the government companies in detail. So here, these are the four features of the government undertakings. This is all for the day. Thank you for listening it very patiently. Tomorrow we will come with another topic. Till then, stay safe, stay healthy, and stay at home. Thank you.